According to Squall, Guy Garvey. Hey there, my name is Daryl. I am your critic. Welcome to Album a Day Online. Episode 50-something. I'm not even going to tell you what episode it is anymore because I've been getting them so wrong lately. Anyways, for those who don't know, Guy Garvey is the lead singer of one of my favorite bands, not just currently but of all time, a UK band called Elbow. And he is the voice and one of the primary songwriters of the band, and they have been together for 20 plus years now, and they've been doing this music since their teen years, all with the same lineup, all the same people. And so is it any wonder that after 20 plus years together, Guy Garvey would want to try his hand at writing music in unfamiliar territories, writing music with people that he hasn't necessarily has ever written music before. Elbow have still been very, very active. They have just finished a large round of touring across the pond, and I hope they come back here to Canada, Toronto especially. But, you know, so people think when a lead singer breaks away from a band with whom he is still very much active to put out a solo record, there's a lot of derisive comments from critics saying, oh, well, he obviously thinks he's the king bee. Is that even an expression? I don't really want to swear, but, you know, like, a lot of lead singers think they're the shit. There, I said it. And when they break away from a band of which they're still an active member to make a solo record, it usually gets taken by the intelligentsia, by a lot of critics, as being a pure ego project, and kind of to the rest of their bandmates, basically saying, I know that you have a career in part because of the music I make, that I help you make, so you're just going to have to wait for me, because I'm the guy. No pun intended to Guy Garvey. Guy Garvey is... I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, no, I don't think that's what this is about. What I think this is about, if I was forced to guess, is, and this is going to sound kind of depressing for Guy, Guy is the only member of the band who does not have, to my knowledge at the moment, a significant other and further children. All the other guys in the band are married or have, you know, long-term relationships and have kids, and they've been writing and touring and writing and touring and writing and touring and writing and touring for 20 plus years now. Is it any wonder, as they are pretty much all now in their late 30s or early 40s, they would want to take some time off when now they are at a level of artistic freedom, and as a result have a little bit of financial freedom to take some time off from the constant cycle of writing and touring, and take some time off and be with their families. Guy is a person who, first and foremost, is a musician and a performer, and at this stage in his life, he isn't necessarily tied down to a home life. So he gets to make music and continue being on the road and making music and being on the road and making music. So, that's the background. Is According to Squall a good record? And the answer is resoundingly yes. Is it as good as an Elbow record? And it's, you can't necessarily fairly make that comparison, because again, Guy Garvey isn't Elbow, but because he's the frontman and the lyricist and a primary songwriter, it wouldn't surprise you, like it didn't surprise me, that a great deal of material on this album sounds very Elbowish. Now, there's a bunch of stuff on here as well that does not sound Elbowish. There is, musically, what's happening on this record is it lacks, for the most part, not entirely, but there is there's a description of Elbow's music that I read many years ago that called it the sound of raindrops falling on pavement. And if you can imagine that visual and imagine a musical styling that fits that, it made sense to me because I'm a huge fan of the band, so it wasn't a hard stretch for me. That is a musical or ethereal quality to Elbow's music that, according to Squall, doesn't necessarily have. There are parts in here, like the title track, according to Squall, that do have that quality for sure, and it's not a surprise that quality would be there because, again, lead singer, primary songwriter, main lyricist. So there you go. Is it a passion project? Yes. Is it an ego project? Again, I genuinely don't think so. If it was, then I can't help but feeling that it might have been a tad bit better than what it is. As it stands, it is, I believe, a representation of where Guy Garvey is without his bandmates from Elbow. It's a nice snapshot of where he's been throughout 2014 into earlier this year, and was presented very much as a, here you go. This is some music I've been writing with some friends that aren't in the band Elbow, and, you know, according to Guy, the guys in the band were very gracious to let him explore this musical avenue and this venture. I'm going to choose to believe him because he seems like a genuinely decent human being who actually takes his relationship with his bandmates in Elbow very, very seriously. So, would I recommend buying this before knowing who Guy Garvey is, specifically the band he is most famously associated with, i.e. Elbow? I would say no. I would say go out and get yourself any number of Elbow's records. All of them, I would say, is my recommendation. But if you're an Elbow fan and haven't picked Courting the Squall up yet, because you just either A, haven't gotten around to it, or B, haven't really known what to think about it, because there are a great deal many records out there where a lead singer of a band goes off and tries his hand at a solo record, to mixed results. As you can see from my recent reviews of Ian Fletcher Thornley's latest release and Chris Cornell's latest releases, this does not disappoint because it is very much an extension of the music that you would expect to hear from Guy Garvey. It isn't a deliberate left turn. It is an exploration, and there are some great hits on here, and there's also some near misses. But it's worth picking up, especially if you're an Elbow fan. So, don't stop discovering new music. Like, share, tell your friends, subscribe. Let me know, is there a UK band that's been around for the last 20 years that you really think I should look into? There's a lot of UK bands that I have yet to experience. Again, if you know who Elbow is and you know that I'm a huge fan, maybe you can make a recommendation for me. Leave some comments below, and I will see you another time for Album a Day Online. That kind of rhymed, and that kind of rhymed, and that was all unintentional. My name's Daryl. Be nice to each other. Take some time every day to listen to some music, and don't stop trying new things, musically speaking. Trying new things outside of music, that's entirely up to you, but there's a time and place for it, and it's called college. Talk to you again.